Even though, how are you doing? Ah, a bit slow get going for that. Oh, I'm going to need something to clean my glasses on, aren't I? Oh, this t-shirt's not going to do the job. Hang on. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. Right. Settled in and mostly sorted, I think. How's it all going? Evening, Wayne, evening, Adyran, you right? We're all having a good one. Ready for a weekend and such? No, I am. Don't quite know how my weekend's going to pan out, to be honest. I've got a couple of video ideas to work on in the next little bit. So, at the very least, I'll have to do a quick video tomorrow. I'm going to delay my camp building plans, because I've got something of an idea at the moment of what I'm going to do, but with the goal up to being just a few days away, I'm going to need to spend some time working on stuff for that, videos and such, so... yeah. Essentially, whilst I'm doing that, I'll get that done, because it's obviously a bit more on the clock. Or against the clock or something schedule related. And then we'll sort of resume normal transmission after that, I guess, because that'd probably just be the more practical way of doing it. Evening, Berserker. Evening, Katie. How are you doing? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely ready for a weekend, though. It's not been a particularly intense week anyway, but I am ready for the weekend. I think while this boots up, I will change my headphone battery to save me having to deal with it later. Speaking of, let's get this ball rolling. Beep boop. Hey. Battery's trying to get away from me now. There's the other one trying to get away from me. There we go. There we go. Sorted. Let's do that. Stick the desktop audio on whilst the game compiles its shaders, and then hopefully we won't get horribly deafened when it transitions. Not that it means much, it might do that anyway, but... Or maybe not. Right then, so what the bloody hell's going on here? Yeah, it goes better if I turn the headphones on, doesn't it? Great idea. Wondered why it wasn't working. What do I think of new Atomic Shop? Feels good for Friday. I haven't looked. I haven't logged into the game today. I have no idea. I tend to only really log in when I've got something specific to do. Which, right now, I don't. Oh, one thing that is cool, though. There was a patch for Avowed yesterday. Apparently the music's going up and down like a yo-yo, but anyway, it'll settle in a second. Yeah, there was a patch for Avowed yesterday doing load bug fixes, stuff like that. They've been doing about one a week since the game came out, so that's not bad. And it's got a bunch of community requested features as well, including one that I'm very happy about. Excuse me. Got the Fortress bundle for catwalks. Did you get the stairs as well? Because I like those.
After that, I learned a lot from just going out and surviving on my own.
I'll bet you're a natural. You make it look effortless.
If you know what you're doing, it's not really that hard.
Some hunt with their eyes and ears, but you are hunting with your soul.
Not sure I get what you mean.
I believe you were a true hunter in a past life. An apex predator, like a Stelgar. You may not know it, but those instincts are still yours. Lying dormant, like a cat in the tall grass.
Right, that's me. Marius, king of the grasslands.
With a little animancy, we could awaken your former self. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I think I'd be a little reluctant to go with that.
Oh well. change your mind?
I kind of understand her curiosity. I also understand entirely his fuck no reaction. My favourite new feature is there's now a hotkey for toggling the HUD,
I met this animancer one time.
which you can select,
You might know him.
which I'm quite happy about for photos.
Tall guy, beard, spectacles, hair.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
No.
Had this thing around his neck. Gold, I think. Hummed a lot.
Humming is common, as is jewelry.
Had this nasally voice, like, "Oh, please, don't touch that machine. It's worth more than you are."
Oh, was it Lisonio Galatini, the wandering teacher of Spirento? The renowned musician of the soul?
No, that's not it. I guess you didn't know him.
Well, let me know if you remember.
The back and forth is interesting and a bit weird, but also a bit too much, I think. The balance is not quite right on that. Let's start at the beginning and work our way around, I guess.
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind?
No, something on yours, apparently. Meeting Balana seemed to shake you up. I don't remember who the heck she was.
It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories.
Yeah, I can't remember what the hell he's referring to now. The way she changed, she wasn't herself anymore. Having to leave her on her own. That's what she said about watching. Oh, that was it. She was the ranger who snuck off with her boyfriend into the woods, and they both got the Dreamscourge.
I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. No, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that.
Something you want to talk about?
I just want to know. You were careful when you told her about Adyran. Why?
It seemed kinda, yeah.
It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
Interesting, easy enough.
I doubt my soul is worth much to an animancer.
Why would you say that about yourself?
It's just that I'm not what I'd call strong-willed. I'm tense all the time. And just...
I'll come back to that one later.
sometimes.
Right,
Self-knowledge and
okay.
inner conflict are signs of a powerful soul. Make no mistake, you have a good one.
Yeah, I kind of
Thank you.
wish they chatted a bit less, to be honest. It's a bit much.
Envoy,
Evening, Agent.
hard to imagine what Giada's going through right now. With her parents and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea what actually happened there, but... she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject.
See if we can get any more about him.
Oh, good. Let's have it.
Why don't you want to talk about your life?
Because it's not that interesting, really, and knowing about it won't keep you alive, and I don't like talking about it. So why pry? Wouldn't you rather your wilderness guide be happy and unburdened by thoughts of his past?
Really that bad? When have you ever been happy and unburdened? I get you talking about somehow. You know what? When have you ever been happy and unburdened?
I think there was a period of 3 days when I was in training, but I might have dreamt it. I remember sleeping a lot.
I'm gonna leave it if you want.
I appreciate that, Envoy.
Did you learn any survival
When
skills?
I was a child in Solace, a warden named Alinka taught me the basics. What berries to eat, how to build a shelter, and so on. Later, I started going out on patrols, just to get experience in the wilds. By the time I was 15, I was going out on my own.
What did you do on
I
patrol?
was usually part of a small patrol, maybe 4 wardens. We'd travel the roads in Galawain's tusks, and I was in charge of camp. We'd make sure the Zarps weren't getting restless, the roads were clear of bandits, and the lava flows weren't flooding. Turns out I was just good at surviving on my own. So I kept doing it, and I kept getting better at it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Left Solos because he didn't need it anymore?
Right, changing the subject. Anyway, what do you need?
Anything else to get out of him?
Good. Anyway.
Not right now. Emeralds there?
Ask away.
Nah,
Right,
nothing new there.
changing the subject.
Nothing much to discuss there that was interesting. Yeah, he's not coming up with any more exclamation points. I suspect Giata will have a lot to say there.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different.
Yourself is definitely better than the other one.
For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone.
I think you're going to enjoy working for yourself. Fiora isn't going anywhere. You can always make amends. She doesn't need to make amends. They need to. And certainly not to me. I think you'll enjoy working for yourself.
It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own.
I don't have much to offer aside from a messy camp and an old bedroll. You're welcome to stay as long as you'll have us. Now I'll smuggle you back into Fiora anytime you feel homesick. Any of those work. We can smuggle you back into Fiora anytime you feel homesick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but... kind of curious as to what will happen if I walk into town with her and my party, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for that one.
Such a troublemaker. But a thoughtful one. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous?
Yep. Probably not through any fault of ours. With any luck, nothing ventures any games. Does that make you uncomfortable? Does that make you uncomfortable?
Just making sure I know what I signed up for. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway.
Tell me about Emerald Stair.
Anything in particular?
What about Fiora Miss Verna?
Ah, you want a story? Very well. Settle in. It all started about 50 years ago, in the great city of Spirento. A young nobleman by the name of Maxim Vidaro sought to inherit a distinguished government position.
Same one I found, whose corpse I found in a cave?
We'll get to that. A distant cousin cheated Maxim out of the title. He was devastated. His political future uncertain. No one lifted a finger to help. Not the banks, not the merchants, or the politicians. So, Maxim did what Valians do best.
Revenge! Animancy?
Not exactly, but close. Maxim plotted.
Oh, I
his
was right. I
revenge.
was being entirely facetious.
He prayed to Scan, the effigy, god of rebellion and defiance, to ask for a blessing. And Scan answered. Take their best and brightest, their heirs, their scholars, their futures, to the far side of the world. Never to
Yeah,
return.
that's a pretty effective way to flip the bird at somebody. Pick up pack
He
with
gathered a
everybody that
following and
represents
left
their
the
future
Vale
and
in
leave.
republics, giving thanks to his dark god.
So I found an animancy coming in the living lands. You didn't tell me this was going to be a scary story. Listen attentively. Animancy coming in the living
We
lands.
prefer to call it an intellectual haven of free thinkers. But it's true that most of us are animancers. Spirento was full of animancers, many of them in debt. And Maxim was a wealthy patron. They needed each other. So the animancers followed Maxim all the way out here, including my parents, Quilici, and others around town. At the time, this place was an animancer's dream. No oversight, limited government, and soil rich with essence. 40 years later, Maxim vanished. They say the effigy came to collect his soul. Of course,
not really,
you
no.
and I know better. He died peacefully, content that what he made would outlast him. His son has been in charge ever since, for better or worse.
Actually worse than look at it. He's not living up to his father's example, yeah.
His father had the advantages of growing up in Valian society. So did mine. He and I might squabble in public from time to time, but we're both just figuring it all out as we go. Thanks for listening. We should do this again.
I love a good ghost story. Just not the dreams I have afterwards.
Hadn't heard all that before. Probably a lesson or two in there.
One of these days you'll have to tell me an Adyran ghost story. You learn a lot about people by what scares them.
Yeah, she's quite willing to be understanding of that guy, and yet his own mother is lying in his house with the Dreamscourge, and he's adamantly declaring it doesn't exist in the area, or it just isn't here, or something. It's like, it's right there in your house, asshole. You are literally throwing your entire community you're responsible for under the bus because you won't face up to it. The fact that I can't act on the information I know is mildly enraging. Local gossip, ask about you. Local gossip, let's start there.
Let me think. Quilici has a girlfriend, as cute as a button, and as smart as an archmage.
We've met.
That isn't a secret. I'm just happy for him.
Anything else?
Have you heard of the incident at Beldereno Pass? 20 settlers lost their lives in a winter storm. Ever since, people have heard ghostly cries from a nearby cave. Fascinating, isn't it? Tragic, of course, but fascinating.
Anything else?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I haven't heard anything new of late. Being an outcast means being out of the loop.
Ask about you.
What do you want to know?
I think our travel companions can we talk about what happened to your parents?
I suppose you deserve to know, after what I put you through. My mother wanted to expand Fiore's agriculture. Feeding Emerald Stair wasn't ambitious enough. She wanted to feed the world. She thought she could break the wilderness, using animancy as the whip. Turn the living lands into a garden.
Sounds ambitious but dangerous.
That's putting it lightly. After my father put the finishing touches on the phantasmal focus, she was impatient to get started. After all, whoever controls the spirit of the living lands has nature in the palm of their hand.
It's definitely a problem looking for a place to happen, that. Is your mother alright? Yeah, she's just a bit nuts. It's a lot of powerful elements. Prototype for a bigger plan. Prototype for a bigger plan?
Indeed. A world run by animals.
Yeah, that will start a war.
Emerald Stair was just the beginning to her. My father thought she was brilliant. Others thought she was mad.
A bit of both.
She was a victim of her own ambition. She wanted so much, and there was so little time to achieve it. Theoretically, her plan should have worked. But the living lands had other ideas. When she used the phantasmal focus, theory collided with reality. Everything went wrong.
What do you think happened? Does animancy often change people like that? How old were you? Do you think we'll fare any better than your parents did? What do you think happened?
I can't rule anything out, but I suspect the Dreamscourge had something to do with it. It lives in the essence of the living lands, corrupting whatever it touches. And if I'm right, that means it's been here a long time, or the forces behind it.
The animancy doesn't often change people like that.
No. To my knowledge, the accident was no everyday occurrence. But neither was the experiment. My mother transgressed on nature, on existence itself. Still, I don't understand what went wrong. When I do, then I can finish her work.
I'm not so sure you should. There's a point at which stomping all over nature is not, you know, it's just because you can doesn't mean you should, kind of thing. How old were you?
I was 17. That makes it... Gods, has it been 13 years already? After they died, I wouldn't go near a lab. It was ages before Quilici got me to crack open a book. I have a lot of catching up to do in my studies. Need to make up for lost time.
Makes you think you'll fare better than your parents did.
My mother and father didn't know the risks, and I can't stop thinking about them.
Well,
Caution and experience will stop us from repeating their mistakes. That's all I
doesn't
can
sound to
say
me
for
like
now.
that's what's going to happen, but
At least
anyway.
about this topic. I thought my family's research could help Emerald's there. That it could banish the Dreamscourge from our lands. Of course, Vidaro wouldn't even give me a chance. He was afraid of history repeating itself. Still, I'm hopeful. This legacy of mine could change Animancy as we know it. And something tells me I'm close to a breakthrough. Closer than my mother ever got.
And close to your annihilation, yeah, that, and also like potentially something goes wrong and gets beyond just them, could affect a wider area.
Good question. The idea of finishing my parents' work gives me a warm feeling. But do I want it? I know I've got one lifetime, and I want to do something with it.
We have many, both ahead and behind. Yes, but ability to carry stuff over from one to the other is a bit limited.
Very good. You know your metaphysics. This is the one life where I am Giada Castel, Animancer extraordinaire. In the next life, I could be an idiotic tree. I have an obligation to use the time I have. No Animancer has engineered an ecosystem before. Maybe, with a little luck, I could be the first.
Yeah, that's going to blow up in your face. Any connection to Castel's Folly?
That little island off of Dawnshore? None that I know of. Ignato Castel led the Valian trading company in the Deadfire archipelago. Among other things, he invested in the future of Animancy, and apparently he had interests here.
What was Castel's Folly then?
He had some ideas about moving great distances in the blink of an eye. As far as I know, he was unsuccessful. Animancy and ambition are a dangerous mixture. Intoxicating, but dangerous.
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Any idea what happened to him?
Afraid not. I've heard a lot of contradictory stories coming out of the Deadfire in recent years. Some say Castel is still in power, while others think his second-in-command took over the Valian trading company. You know how it is. Wherever there's conflict, there's bound to be misinformation. Any time. Whether or not Castel succeeded, I don't think it's folly to dream.
No. How you follow up on that and act on it may or may not be, though. You tried Animancy on yourself?
Now that you mention it, I did try and awaken my soul to become fully aware of my past lives. Every Animancer tries and fails. It's practically a rite of passage. So, one evening, I crept into the workshop and cobbled an invention together from spare parts. Amateur work. Then I turned it on. Big mistake. The next thing I knew, it was morning. I was floating in the fountain, and my head was pounding like a drum.
You don't need Animancy for that. Just rum and a crew on shore leave.
Yep, that'll do
That
it.
answers a lot of questions, honestly.
Sometimes I wonder, what if it actually worked? What if all of this happened before, and I'm just reliving the events of a past life? I try not to think about it too much.
If you don't know or have anything to actually support that beyond just wild speculation, I shouldn't trouble yourself about it. Not much you can do about it anyway if you don't know. How does the phantasmal focus work?
Ah, a simple question with a very complicated answer. The device is attuned to the spiritual energy of the living lands, much like a compass to magnetic north.
Interesting.
Essence is chaotic by nature. As you saw with your own eyes, imposing order on chaos is not without risk.
It doesn't want to be controlled.
Indeed. Don't get me wrong. This invention is a small miracle, but it isn't enough. The phantasmal focus was supposed to be the start of something grand. One lever of a device that exists only in theory. Perhaps it should remain that way.
Quite possibly, yeah. Anything else about emeralds
What's on
there?
your mind? What are you so curious about?
Anything more about her? Nah, that's everything for now. Not
You
really.
too.
Oh, she does have more that she wants to say, apparently. Probably about,
Between the two of us, thank you for helping Yatsley reach that vase. Maybe
Well,
it seems like nothing to you, but to her it's everything. When you consider how many Orlans and dwarves there are, it's outrageous that we build so high off the ground.
we put stairs in. They got legs. Doesn't account for the ones that don't, but you know. Imperial archives have some of the less bookshelves in Eora.
What a pain.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what
let her
ladders are for.
size fool you. On the inside, Yatsley stands as tall as a mountain. One of these days she's going to change the world, shake things up. And I'll be at her side, grinning like a fool. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, she was quite cool. It's, what's his name? Did he, her teacher's girlfriend, I think.
I'll tell you whatever.
But yeah. Travel companions.
Anyone in particular? I warn you, I'm not the best judge of first impressions.
Thoughts on Kai?
Kai is a useful fellow. We need people like him to keep you grounded. Just not too grounded. On the surface, Kai is all charm and confidence. You feel good knowing he's around. But there's something deeper. Something in his core that he guards from everyone. Maybe even himself.
Think we should be concerned?
Oh, not at all. Kai is a sweetheart. And if that's who he chooses to show us, then that's who he is. If there's another side to him, he'll show us when he's good and ready. No need to rush a natural process.
Thoughts on Marius?
Marius is working through something. An old wound that hasn't healed. A search for forgiveness? Who knows?
Could be the
He's a
same
tough
thing.
fellow, but I wouldn't put too much pressure on him.
What kind of pressure?
Good question. Mental and emotional pressure, specifically. Marius could hunt the great western stag if he set his mind to it, but his own feelings elude him. When he wants to find himself, give him room to do so, but don't push him. Just be there to catch him.
Impressions of me?
We haven't been together long, but I think I have you figured out. In Paradise, you have a reputation for being an unlawful misfit.
How
This
did I
is the
manage that?
frontier, after all. We don't exactly do things by the book. Your Messi Verno tolerates you well enough. No doubt thanks to my influence. Of course, all I know is what you've done. You may not think these choices reflect who you are.
We're about to start
At the
turning
end
in a
of the
lot of
day,
quests,
You
so
shouldn't care what anyone thinks. All that matters is how you see yourself.
I think their opinion's
I've
going to
still
change
all
quite
the
quickly.
gossip I know. Ask me again when there's a new face in camp.
That's everything, I think, isn't it?
If I must.
Right. Okay, so we've got some kit,
Nice.
and up next we will explore a bit more of this area, I think. We've got Kai's quest to do there. I think that's going to be the next thing we do. Probably make a bit of a loop along this way to do it, and then sort of try and clear off this bit of the map. And then I think the plan will be sort of work our way back to turning stuff in around that loop. Because I think the map basically sort of does this here. It's roughly where it cuts off, I think. Somewhere around here, maybe. It might come out this way a bit more. Yeah, and from what I have gathered from looking at some stuff. I don't think we can ever access this, which is really weird because it looks like you should be able to. I don't know.
What do you know about snake bites?
All there is to know. What bit you?
I don't know. It just slithered out of my bedroll.
Listen to me, this is very important. Was its head flat or round?
Hard to say. Kind of star-shaped?
Okay. After it bit you, did it hold on or let go?
It held on and left a bruise in the shape of an eye.
You're in luck. That's an onlooker worm snake. Harmless, though legend says they're emissaries of Wow.
Wow. The god of mysteries and illusions sent me a snake?
Be glad it wasn't a shimmering dream beast. Those are nasty.
Well, the venom won't kill you, but you'll have some interesting nightmares.
Nightmares I can deal with. But I wonder what it all means. Oh well. Perhaps I'm not meant to know.
Yeah, excessive chatter there, I feel. Select 2 companions to join me. Yes, I'm going to stick with the 2 that I've got. Yeah, it's an interesting game. We do get sort of big chats at camp, but we'll actually get into some gameplay in a soon.
In the light, her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
Are you telling me they're not dead? I call that life. I doubt Jet thinks the parents are still alive in any way that matters to her. Different ideas of beauty. I thought they were monstrous. There's a horrible majesty to them. Can I have one night's sleep without you butting in? Yeah, I don't think I'd call that life, really. Well,
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe.
yes, they were transformed into trees, basically, our parents.
Will never fade.
Somehow I don't think they agreed to this. Is there a way to turn them back into people? Why do you care so much? Do you think there's a way to turn them back?
Apple into seed. We think not. They have blossomed now.
Yeah, I rather doubt they see it that way.
They sing.
Well, maybe they do.
Was it not worth the change?
Outside for others, they should have a choice. They have a new form now, and that's better than nothing. I don't like either of these choices, to be honest, Ronnie. Problem is, I don't think always giving people the choice is the right way either. I think it's more than the situation they're in.
Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells.
Does it live on in some form?
More than alive. No suffering. No
Evening,
end.
Guy.
Sleep now. Dream of
Yeah, I'm not convinced they're better off.
We will speak soon.
A simpler existence, probably. After all that, now Kai wants to talk to me again. Great. Could he not have talked to me last night? I was kind of hoping I could get rid of that icon, but... Oh. Well, loop up and go left. Because, yeah, I kind of want to loop this way and see what happens that way. Yeah. Out here, I don't know, but something from the look of it. Ah. Casherscarp Gatehouse. Interesting. This is presumably the way in which we will have to leave the area.
The path is closed. Someone's got to contain this plague. What business do you have in Shatterscarp?
Absolutely none right now. Adyran business, who's asking, and yet, who's asking?
Name's Martineo. Ranger Martineo. I'm the final word on who crosses this border from either direction. Good to see you, Giata.
Likewise. How's your mother?
The usual. Coughing at night, but it's nothing I haven't treated before. She asks about you.
I don't visit enough. You know what to do. Honey and lemon in her tea. Any chance
Oldie
my
but a goodie.
friends and I could snoop around the border? I promise not to cause you any trouble.
I wish I could help, but times being what they are, it's not possible. No one comes or goes by this pass. Someone has to contain this plague, might as well be me.
And there's me thinking your dipstick governor was denying that the plague was present at all. Borders don't contain it, you're doing a fine job. Are you keeping the plague from Emeralds there or in Emeralds there? Doing a piss poor job. Have you looked around lately? Borders don't contain it.
If you're the expert, why don't you go do something about it?
Sure,
As
in the
much as
way.
I've enjoyed this little chat, it's time for you to turn around and go back the way you came.
Stay safe out here and getting through one way or another. Hypothetically, if I were to give you a large sum of money, would that help? Stay safe, fella.
You too. Take care, Giata.
Give my best to your mother.
Always do.
Warning, Ranger, if I want to go through there and you say no, you won't fucking stop me. I will gladly slaughter you if you're in my way.
Not since all of this stuff.
It's nothing personal, but no is not an acceptable answer.
Worse than us. Oh.
Do your job and you won't have to find out.
All Ranger stationed in Perimeter Fort, you must report to a superior officer before leaving the fort, whether on patrol or for personal reasons or anything at all. Similarly, you must also report to a superior officer when coming back. It's not that difficult, everyone. This swamp is a dangerous place. We don't need to worry about everyone's well-being on top of all the other issues. Failure to report in or out to a superior officer will result in the treating duty on a night where a triple helping of beans accidentally made it into the stew. I do love that. That's a fair point, Gray. The difference is I'm doing a good thing and she's doing a bad thing. They're trying to stop me doing a good thing and that won't do. I know she thinks the same thing, but again, the fundamental difference is I'm right and she's not. It's usually the way it goes. So yeah, I must be right. They let me help myself to literally anything I want. Ah. This is more interesting than I was expecting it to be. What's occurring here? I don't know why there's a barred gate there or what's really going on, but anyway. Aha! Random jump that I'm glad I now made. I entirely made that jump just because I could. And kind of glad I did now. What do I hear? Trader, I'm guessing.
Good to see you again, Envoy. I told you we'd cross paths once more.
Where did I see her?
If you need to restock, I have some new wares.
She's, I think, on the way out of, on the way out of Dawnshore, wasn't it? Have you been since we left Dawnshore?
Well, uneventful enough. Gods be praised. But let's just say I'm more grateful than ever for this hand-me-down equipment. The spoilings in Delimgan out here are vicious, and even the less mobile plant life seems like it wants me dead.
Yeah, it's not exactly a happy part of the world, this at the moment. Why are you kept all the way out here?
Oh, just taking a bit of a breather before I continue. I'd much rather rest a bit here than in Shatterscarp. I've heard the desert can be brutal.
Anything else to tell me about Shatterscarp?
Not much, unfortunately. There's a settlement in the region. Third Born, I believe it's called. Hardy folks. Otherwise, you can expect blazing sands and, if the rumors are true, dream thralls. Poor bastards. If it wasn't the only way to Solace Keep, I'd be avoiding the place like the... well, like the Dreamscourge.
She got some nice bits and pieces. Definitely going to buy the lockpicks. I need a Awakened Adyran, but it's expensive. So I'll hold off on that for now. Anything I want to sell though? A whole bunch of stuff. Yep, I think that's everything for right now. How's it going, Steve? I'm assuming you were having cooking difficulties there? At least I hope you were having kitchen difficulties as opposed to some other kind of difficulties. This is actually mildly annoying, to be honest. Oh yeah, that was another thing I just remembered. One of the features they've added in the patch this week is some extra ability points. And if I go in here, yeah, I've got 2 points available, which they've added at certain levels, 5, 10, 15, 20, I think it was. Maybe 1 as well. Just because apparently people were complaining they weren't having enough. Which actually, once you get past level 10, you do get fewer... actually, I think it's few character points you get. But yeah, either way, that means I can have more abilities if I want them, which I'm not sure is entirely what I want. But we'll have a look. I might have to look at the ranger stuff, because I can't put anything else there. Parry, steady aim. But holding power attack with the bow or gun slows time. That's actually kind of potentially helpful. Herbs. One-handed melee. Dagger, sword, spears. Shadowing beyond. Become invisible. Ooh. That's fun. Power slide. Quick switch. Arrow deflection. But I would need to have parry first. Which would be cool if I was going... But this would be useful. It doesn't specify that you have to have a shield for this one, parry. So, I mean, you do have to have either a two-handed weapon or a shield. Or a one-handed weapon and nothing in your offhand, I think. But so my build, this won't work with anyway. But if I was going for another build, I might put points into parry and then be able to, after rank 10 or level 10, be able to deflect things like... yeah, be able to deflect arrows either with a shield or with a blade would be pretty badass. You know, somebody pulls a bow out, takes a shot at you, and you just like away with a massive greatsword before you follow it up and skewer them would be quite satisfying. Anyway, I might put a point into dodge, maybe. I think that's probably my best bet right now. Steady aim would be quite good. I could also think about maybe putting some points into another spell that I have. Or maybe into Armored Essence. Can't put another rank here yet, can I? Yeah, I can. Which would mean I could then choose one of these spells. Pull of Eora, I don't think I know that yet. Black Bow I do, and Freezing Pillar I don't think I do either. I'll have to check back at my party camp before I do that, I think. I could also put points into dodge. Then, I was going to do that. I'd probably have to think about maybe ditching one of these spells. I'd probably go for Pull of Eora in place of... Missile Salvo, maybe? Probably. I don't know. Gonna think about that. Because I don't really want to have to spend all the money on undoing my choice there if I don't like it. I could save it, couldn't I? But yeah, I can do that. So let's quick save. Do it that way. Would be a good idea. Let's see if I can unlock the next rank of this. Can, but I can't do anything with these because I don't have a high enough level to actually use any of those spells. Yeah, okay. So... I don't know which one of those buttons I just fat fingered actually did the job, but one of them did. Meatballs, fair enough, Steve. You're thinking dumplings, were you, know? I'm thinking dumplings as well, probably for dinner tomorrow. Or as part of my dinner tomorrow, anyway. So yeah, that didn't go the way I wanted it to go. So either buff something along here, which I don't think I want to do. I mean, that is kind of appealing, actually. An extra point in there. This is an extra point into dodge. And slowing time a little bit with my gun does appeal. But I think that's the least useful, so I'm going to put one in here. Could reduce the stamina cost of dodge even further, but I don't think it's that imperative right now for me. It's just a little bit of an improvement is nice, though. I think I will put an extra point on Missile Salvo for now. And then it'll do a whole load of... Oh, I'm not level 13 yet. So I won't do that. Do I want to buff anything else that I have learnt? Not really. For right now, I will put another point in there. That is going to be the play. Now I'm wondering whether or not I've made a mistake. Fine steel poison accumulation. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. But it's probably more useful than... crap. Yeah, I think it's probably more useful than having an extra 15% of stamina cost reduction on dodging. Lemon chicken, nice. I did that a few days ago. I did a... I was it garlic and herb dressing actually I did rather than lemon. But I think there was a lemon involved. I can't remember now. It was a few days ago. Right, Moving on. Ruined and abandoned house. Right here. Right button, eventually. Kind of fogginess in the distance, just kind of... I get they're going for atmosphere, but... yeah. Not the best from the point of view of taking pictures. Found a switch. The other option would have been to blow my way through that window, I think. Would also have been an option. Oh, it used to be a church.
Birds and pretty things.
Ooh, God take some.
Looks like a piece of the thing you were fiddling with at camp.
So many dirty jokes, so many little time, so little time. Even. Just find good lemon chicken. Cook it. A chicken and a lemon.
Here it comes.
Basically, you get a chicken and you chase it round and round and round and round with a lemon until one of you wins or loses. I believe that's how it's done, right? The cave was larger than anticipated. Ooh, we've got big old spoilings. Damn, it moved. Does appear to be having a bad day, that one. Oh crap. Wasn't quite the one I was going for, but okay.
You're not looking so good.
You're not looking so hot yourself. That's better. Ah, missed. And everybody? No? Got him. I wouldn't say it was the smoothest fight ever, but
Good squad.
went alright. Kai kept the worst of them off my back. Oh, kept a couple of them off my back anyway. Running lemon chicken. Yeah, exactly. We got up here then. Looks interesting. mantling animation's really weird in this because that jump was nowhere near getting me over it. Neither was that really. Watch me make this jump and blatantly not make it and then actually make it. It's very weird. So I've got to find a couple of things to activate. Well, I did completely F that, didn't I? So things that are going to activate the. There's one. The gate. There's number 2. Logically up top there, but I'm not entirely sure if that's true. There it is. So what's up? All these other things that it seems to be connected to. No, that's disappointing to say the least, Steve. No other family members who might know it, I suppose. No, we're up here. It's a bit hard on the eyes, all this. I don't know about how you lot feel about it, but this is definitely making my eyes water a little. I think I can get up there, but I feel like I ought to be able to. Hello, what have we here? Memoir of a Visionary Volume 2. There's Volume 1. What do you keep in that locked chest by your bed? A Zorip tongue. What do you do with that? You don't want to know. Fair enough, Dave. Does present a problem. Well, this doesn't look wholesome, does it? There's through Volume 3. Visitor Vitor. There's a fine great sword. Is it fine or is it great? Infested camp. Doesn't sound very appealing either. Ah, but it's down here. Does not appear to be down here. Can't find Volume 1. Maybe no Volume 1, but... Oh, well, we'll start with Volume 2 then for now. How's it going, Tengi? Wouldn't use a large sword to find the great cheese. No, I don't think I'd use a large sword for that. Used a large sword for cutting cake before, but only because I didn't have a knife that was big enough. After my exile from Ansenti's Academy, I left my beautiful city for another equally magnificent, Spirento. Unfortunately, word had already spread and not a single academy in all the republics would have me. At that point, I fell into a deep depression. Without access to their resources, I would not be able to continue my work, my research, my calling. The next few months passed in a haze of pain and wine, lots of wine. Eventually received a letter from a sympathetic colleague, whose name shall not be mentioned, unless they become ostracized for aiding me. This letter mentioned the existence of a far-flung place that may be in need of a man with my talents, Fio Messiverno. With what little coin that remained, I bartered passage to the living lands to start my life anew. I guess that's why there's no Volume 1, because Volume 2 is really where it starts. I don't know. I think there's plenty of people still into cooking. Just boil ice cream and burn water. Yeah. Not a universal thing though. My mum's a decent cook. My stepdad's a very good cook. My dad could cook, didn't like cooking. But me and my brother certainly both enjoy it, and I think pretty decent at it. I don't know a great deal about my sister's cooking, to be honest, so can't really comment, no. But yeah, sometimes the trend gets broken. Did like cooking at school, schools don't teach it. Yeah, when we were in school it was taught, but it was taught very, very badly. So, other areas great. That part of the curriculum, absolute shite. So, yeah, it was either personal interest or not for us. Either you had it or you didn't. But, yeah, just so me and most of my friends are at least reasonable cooks. Varying degrees. Most of them are better than I am, to be honest, but still. Life in Fio Messiverno was better than I expected. The ingenuity of its people truly remarkable. They're able to accomplish feats of animancy that would leave the Republic's brightest animators in shock, all with scavenged resources and refurbished machinery. Unlike those who exiled Lee, the men like Maxim Vidaro, Pierre, presumably, Kilichi? I'm guessing. Per Kilichi? I recognise the name, but I don't know how to say it. Understand that much progress is not always a pleasant process. But last they found the act of building a better body repulsive. Grave robber, they called me. So once more I was exiled. Lost and alone in the wilds, I got cornered by murderous spawlings and was certain my time was at its end. That is, until an unlikely saviour appeared. The ogre, oh dear, Ulrask, a paragon of his kind. I'm proud to say he has become a genuine friend. With his help, I was able to scavenge enough equipment to create for myself a humble but functional workshop. This has unfortunately required a few raids of Fio's outlying farms. I consider it fair compensation for the aid I rendered unto them. A small piece of parchment sticks out from this book, a hastily scribbled scripts. Note to self, retrieve equipment and Memoir Volume 1 from the locked storage room. Check to see that the essence generators still work. Okay, locked storage room. Master to Vitor. Master Vitor, I only had your device running for a few days, but felt I must write to you immediately to thank you for your generosity in sharing plans and materials list with me. As you can infer from the tidiness of my correspondence, it took me several months to source the necessary supplies and another to, at least, to put them all together. And in the end, your design came together flawlessly. Your tutelage these last 3 years has given me cause to dream for the first time in decades. I will not burden you with the fulsome intensity of my feelings, but I must tell you, before my Lord God left the world, I felt there was a hole in my life, a yearning for discovery, a project... a yearning for discovery, a project worthy of wholly subsuming my mind beneath. Fucking hell, what a sentence. And I see now that that is animancy. I would never pursue this path were it not for our chance meeting at the crossroads. As my labours near their end, the only words I have left now are thank you. Thank you, Vitor, for giving this aged godlike hope. I shall ever be your grateful student, Sargamis. So that's where Sargamis learnt his abilities to start working on that statue that he wanted to infuse with the spirit of Aethus and imprison the spirit of Aethus in, arguably, which... partially to control and, I think, somewhat punish him? I don't know, it was a bit weird. But, yeah, seems like this guy wants to experiment on dead bodies to be... oh, dear. To try to create himself a stronger physical shell, which I do kind of understand the desire to do, but... that guy's going to be a big fight, isn't he? Yeah, and... Dead Animancer, Grimoire of Entropy. Ooh, some new spells in that. Yeah, the idea of building yourself a better body, I do understand. Using the dead for it, maybe not such a great idea. Black Bow and Eora. Yes, finally got that spell. So Ulrask is the ogre who was working with the Animancer, and I guess something went wrong along the way. This is not going to end well, is it? Well, he is hostile, so... Just saved Kai from getting absolutely clobbered there. Oh dear. Bunch of angry spirits, just to add to the chaos. Didn't manage to get in on his being stunned there fast enough, unfortunately. My attempt to dodge was spoiled by pressing the wrong button there. I love her, God. Quite. Where the fuck are these undead coming from? Oh, it's you fucker. I assume. Dirty boy. I'm getting absolutely clobbered and I can't really do much about it here. Ah, got taken down. By what? I'm not sure. Can't really see where half of these attacks are coming from. So yes, it's coming from that way, so there's nothing over there. Right, so that should solve that particular problem. I hope. Not quite what I was going for. There we go, we're finally making a bit of bloody progress. There we go, got him. That was challenging. It was quite hard to track the enemies and see what was actually going on at times there. Still got a living one, huh? Pretty sure you were dead, weren't you, anyway? Love a duck, I think is the phrase I'm looking for. Journal of Ranger Monate. Didn't I encounter him? Cat is just running in at speed, which raises several questions. Written in a script that resembles the scratching of a bird's talon, this recounts the last few days of the life of Ranger Monato. As he's scanned through the text, several excerpts stand out. Several days ago. I'm certain there's a traitor among us and I seem to be alone in this. I suspect 3 of my fellow rangers, but I don't want to take further steps until I'm certain. I guess this must be a different one. I found tracks matching standard issue boots leading away from the outpost well beyond our usual patrol routes. Cannot risk asking Captain Xion for a clearance to follow the trails. Time spent returning to headquarters will allow my quarry to escape. I hope she will forgive my insubordination. Tracks lead to an area east of Lake Lacuna. I dare not follow any closer for now. Any of my suspects will be capable of detecting me if I continued on past this point. Day later, I've lost the traitor's trail. I suspect they discovered I was tracking them. I will search for a trail a little longer and return home to find another lead. 1 day ago, I've confided in Ranger Dorso my fears, and she agrees that it's likely we're being undermined from the outside. I suspect the Steel Garrote, whose masked leader has been spotted in the valley. Dorso has invited me to hunt with her tomorrow, and she has agreed to keep our outing secret so as not to alert the Garrote's contact among the Rangers. With her help, I have no doubt that I'll know who the traitor is by this time tomorrow. So I'm guessing it's Dorso then. It was apparent he thinks it has connection to the Steel Garrote, but yet his corpse has been found in here, which makes me think maybe it's actually this Animancer who's been, with the help of the ogre, who has been preying on rangers to find his body parts for him. Some waking Nadra from a trouble, which is nice. I haven't so much infused the gun with magic as it's a unique weapon, legendary weapon, depending on how you want to look at it. So, yeah, different as a common pistol, there's the unique one that I'm using. So I've got a regular arquebus and a whole bunch of other bits and pieces of various qualities, some of which are enhanced and some not. Alright. I need to get in there, don't I? And the cable runs over into the water and over this way. That's up there. Okay. Right. Sure, there's nothing over here. Essence back. Athosian breastplate. I think I found some other Athosian armor at some point, didn't I? Upgrading uniques across tier qualities. Yes, I'm familiar with how to do that. Out of curiosity, let's have a look at what this particular breastplate looks like. Not actually wearing it, but making my armour look like that. Yeah, it's quite badass. Although, wandering around in armour that looks like you serve Aethos is potentially problematic, given that particular god's reputation at the moment. What to do? Damage reduction during the day, and health restoration across all sources. Okay, so yeah, that's quite cool. I'm actually going back to this one though, which is just entirely a visual thing. I'm actually wearing the Arcanist Gambison. Though there might be War Mage's armour around somewhere, because I found some War Mage's bits and pieces. I've got War Mage's boots and braces on. And begs the question where War Mage's armour piece actually will be. Yes, I can break down uniques for rare materials if I want to, but obviously I can't then get that thing back. Yeah. I don't know if that's giving me an additional quest. Search for each single tree. There we go. West of Fjord. Okay. Found the body of Ranger Montanus stabbed in the back. General depicted hunt for a trencher among the Rangers. Report to his superior. Held captive by bandits after his partner, Casagrada. Oh yeah, that was it. Verano was held captive after his partner, Casagrada, abandoned him. So I've got a few things to take back and report there. Turn that one in. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's just turning stuff in. That's some more totems I've got to find. It's turning stuff in, which actually is all the way back in. What the heck was the first town called now? Paradise, because that's where Santa is, and I've got to turn the cartographer's notes in there. Oh well, I guess we'll have to go back there at some point. That's Kai's quest that we want to do. We still haven't done that one yet, and I'm still keeping an eye out for the treasure map location.
I never thought an ogre would kill using a knife to the back. Seems out of character.
Yeah, I don't think he
That journal
did.
mentioned to Captain Xion. Bet they'd want to know about this.
Yeah. Ooh, it's very pretty, and very much nighttime, so it might be time to bounce back to a camp. That's where we were before. And then continue our exploration in a minute. I think we'll do that. Might as well break down what you're not going to use. Yeah, there is something to that. I don't know. As soon as it says unique, breaking it down is something I feel like I'm somewhat opposed to doing. Again, mostly because I can't get it back. It's just it goes against my instincts, you know. But the stuff that's not unique that I don't need, I'm definitely going to break that down because I need the crafting materials. I think I already have one of those, don't I? That is going in moustache. Most of this is going in moustache, I think. Cool. Yeah. Let's do that. Actually, I don't want to put scale armor in there. I probably want to break it down. Fine. Cool.
I've been wondering about something.
What's that?
How do we keep finding Zorops on every continent? They don't strike me as the seafaring type.
Oh, that's simple. Zarb's probably stowaway on merchant ships or ride on the back of dragons or something like that.
What if Eora was once a single landmass, and the Zorop tribes drifted apart over the years? Could that be possible?
I'm
Could
pretty
be.
sure you're overthinking it. It's like rats. You see them everywhere too, but they don't have their own navy either.
Maybe you're right. But I like my theory.
Strange lady. Yes, she does have an interesting point. Zorups on every continent. How did they get there? Her theory works. So does the stowaway thing. Yeah. So the questions around creationism, I suppose, isn't there? Given that this is a world of magic and gods and stuff. Anyway, give me 1 minute. I just want to go and see why the cat was running around in crazy circles. It usually implies I need to go and deal with something. I won't be a minute. If you need to run and grab a drink or the bathroom or something, opportune moment. BRB. Shan't be long. Hey folks, how we doing? We are back. Sorry about the way, the delay there. Did have to go and clean up a little bit. It's all good. We're rolling again. So, we'll talk to Kai, and I think we'll push on.
I hope you're ready to sleep with one eye open, because I doubt Ludwig sleeps at all.
Interesting you bring that up, but yes, you're probably
And
right.
after the send-off you gave the Steel Garrote squad in that cave, she'll have it out for you.
Yeah, I did slightly slaughter her entire squad that she was planning on sending to destroy Fiomus Inferno, so see how that goes. Steel Garrote is a liability. Left unchecked, they'll turn the island against Adyr. Yes. Violent fanatics couldn't leave Emerald Stare at the mercy. Also, yes. Anyone want answers? They left me no choice. Violent fanatics couldn't leave Emerald Stare at the mercy.
Thank you for saying what so often goes unsaid. The Steel Garrote are born of madness and intolerance. Nothing more.
Yep.
Normally, I'm not big on turning on your own, but the Steel Garrote take their beliefs too far. I'm glad you didn't let them do it here.
They're not my own. I don't share their beliefs. They're not my own. They're not in my chain card. The bloody should be, but anyway.
You could have fooled me. Ludwig talks to Heelgard like a wayward cabin boy. I wonder if he's got the backbone to withstand her.
Doubtful.
Not you, though. You didn't hesitate. Your kind of clarity is rare. To know in the moment what you've got to do and do it. I envy that.
Trust yourself and follow your guards, sir. Could have left me dead, but you carried me to Liviana's. Yeah. You did alright.
Kai's always doing things to help others, no matter the cost. It's going to get him killed one day.
Yes,
You
nice.
two are gonna make me blush. And purple's not my best color. But, thanks.
No, it wouldn't be.
Just be on the lookout. The Steel Garrote isn't likely to forgive and forget.
Yeah, he probably does well in orange. Hi, Kai.
Nudge me if you hear anything in the woods.
We're out in the woods. Everything I hear is in the woods. Right. Tally-ho. Something like that. Previous location. I like the sound of that. Yeah. And I'm going to stick the same party lineup. Right, so that's basically all cliff edge, I think, over here. Yeah. So I guess sort of explore out and see what we can find. I think this is probably edge of the map. You've got a unique something on a body here. Valiant dueling ring and a pistol. Chance to avoid melee damage, that'd be useful. Damage against enemies with full health. You know what, I'll take... that combination, yeah. Over that, yeah, definitely. I can go back to the camp. Cool. Alien dueling is nice to have. Avoiding melee damage will certainly be useful to me. Working on a Saturday. Just a little cruel and inhumane, isn't it? Speaking strictly as somebody who's done a lot of working on a Saturday over the years. Right, so I could hop down this way. Right, that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to probably hop down this way. So my ankles wouldn't like that very much there. Yeah, day on, day off is not really where it's at usually. Welcome back now. I too have returned. Yeah, I'm definitely an advocate of the whole 4-day working week and flexible working and all that stuff together. Basically, I'm an advocate of employees being able to work whenever they want and employers shutting up and doing as the fuck as they're told. Basically. Not really any wonder I didn't get on very well with managers, is it? They seem to want to say in things, and I seem to think they need to sod off. Yeah, this area looks like it may have seen better days. If I don't head down there, though, I'm going to be left with a big annoying patch of uncleared fog of war. Well, this is interesting and a little unexpected. Oh, quarry of sorts? Strangled Adyran. I feel like that's probably either further out or further up. It's a specific location further off that way, apparently. I think it was that way. That way somewhere. Interesting. That's not too objectionable, generally speaking, Steve. Essentially, yes, no. The theory is either you maybe do like 10-hour days and have one extra day off instead of working 5 8-hour days, or because you have less time, you focus more, get the same amount of work done in less time, and then take an extra day off. And the fact you did more work in less time and have an extra day off doesn't warrant paying less, because you still did the damn job. Well, managers don't see it that way because they've got their head rammed up their arse, but you know. In other words, they're just greedy fucks, but you know. So that's barred, which usually means I need to get in from the other side. Yeah, the Star Trek approach is definitely not the worst one I've ever heard. Aha. It's one of the more offensive things about the current push on AI. It should be meaning we don't have to work and worry about these things, and we can spend our time doing things that are actually worthwhile instead of the current direction, which is using AI to do the things that are worthwhile so that we're stuck doing the things that suck. We're doing this backwards. There's more profit in doing it backwards, so... Speaking of, I read today that OpenAI have once again admitted that their entire business model is criminal and they can't do it, they can't have a business without said criminal business model. Like, well, you got to change the law because we can't have a business if we don't engage in criminal behaviour. Fine, don't have a business then. That's not a reason to change the law. It's a reason for you to get out of the business. But, yeah. I did not mean to stash that. Oh, well. Deal with that later. You lot weren't here a minute ago.
And roll.
Skeleton minions don't seem to want to go down.
Don't you die on me.
Up 10.
Is that guy down?
And roll.
Right, what the heck do I do now? Ah. Got him. He was blocking all my attacks and I didn't have anything else that I could use against him that was particularly effective. I could have tangled him up, but... And that would have held him in place, but he would be immune to the poison effect. Would have sucked. I don't know where those guys came from, seeing as... came through here a minute ago and they weren't attacking me. Well, they weren't there. Something triggered them. Yeah. Like I say, they're stealing people's work, in particularly creative works, in order to put creatives out of business for their own profits. It's bloody criminal. And what they should be doing is putting, you know, shitty jobs out of work. Using AI-powered robots to, I don't know, empty your bins and shit like that. So I'm going to curve around that way. Actually, I kind of want to go the other way, really, don't I, for now, I think? Actually, yeah. Head back up where... this way? Yeah, I think. I can't get up there, I'll have to go around this way, but... do you want to go back that way, because there's a whole area out that way that I've yet to explore. The edge of the map, really. Yeah. Name's not really the problem though, is it? Three on, 4 off. Yeah, that's not too terrible, Steve. You get to post scarcity. True, but we could do that if we stopped being so bloody greedy. Quite easily, really.
Next one's mine.
Ah, missed. Run a little past, please. That would be great.
es mitum.
There we are. Take him down and got some of my essence back from my trouble while I was at it. How are my health potions looking, by the way? Could be better, could be worse. Sure, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, pretty much. Would be a sensible thing for it to do. Not much carried up here, apparently. See what's up there, then. A thing, or is that? No, that's just a texture. Okay. Some big honking trees around there. Godless sinkhole.
These sinkholes are a recent development. The land itself is rejecting us.
Yeah, basically connecting back there, and that's the edge of the map, I think. Which is interesting. So, yes, going to investigate this godless sinkhole. I feel like there's any number of filthy jokes to be made about a godless sinkhole as well, but you know. Spiteful letter. Jared, as I agreed, I've left the full sum in the chest. If you go back on your word and tell my husband about Luke, I'll come for your head. Oh, and those gems you demanded as ransom, they're at the bottom of the water. Heard you can't swim. Pity. Ah, he blocked it. May have fallen in the water and started electrocuting myself. Wonderful. I cannot get out of the water, but it's now electrocuting me. I may have screwed myself into a corner here. Oops. Thanks, Giada. I used my electric weapon on him and then charged the water and probably fell into the water and it ended badly. Anyway. Something about gems at the bottom of the water. There was a moonstone there. I don't see anything else down here though. Yeah, the whole oh, it's science fiction, we don't have to listen to that. It's like, yeah, it's also at least partially intended to be a warning against, you know, stupidity. That's humans all over, really, isn't it? Context is a little bit different now, though, I think, Joe. Now that's the other side of the sinkhole. Highwayman's advice. Vernon, if you find this, don't bother this spot. My boys and I have already scouted the place. It's no good. Found some fool who'd come to collect a coin and chuck him down for it, but I heard noises from the ruins all night and I'm not dying for a few skeets. Yep. Maybe we can consider a career that isn't being a highwayman then. Aha! Random exploration and I come out richer for it. Nice. Like it when that happens. Now where was that overgrown archer thing? It was over that way, wasn't it? Yeah, whatever. So we're just over here. Ought to be Tom's cabin. There we go.
That's Thomas' old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find.
A bit down. Well, we're here. We might as well do that now, haven't we? And then we'll push on back in that direction in a minute.
Maybe they somehow wrap themselves up in an existing tree.
Not with the way this trunk has grown.
Ah, I'm stumped.
Yeah. Questioned about a tree and he's stumped.
I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I. Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to trap someone inside.
It would require powerful magic or an immense expenditure of soul lessons. What am I looking at here? I'm feeling we're going to see a lot more of this sort of thing.
That's outside my expertise, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
We'll take care of ourselves. Stay safe out there. Does Vidaro know about this? Vidaro. It's the governor, isn't it? And he's an idiot.
I hope you're right.
Stay out of the forests if you can help it.
Thank you for the warning, but knowing us, we'll probably ignore it.
Good luck out there.
Our amulet thing seems to have a mind of its own there. I'm hearing a lot of weird shimmering coming from this thing. So one think there's probably a body or something to be found here. There is some rice on a corpse. Okay. So this is the house.
Place feels...
Consult with branch manager, yeah, definitely.
He left something behind for me. Help me look around. Tama painted that?
It's supposed to be Kai? Whale carving.
So much here reminds me of Tama.
So
It's
we're off
strange
there.
to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding?
Carving, recognize a sentimental value. Looks like carving of some kind.
Yeah, it is.
Is this what you wanted to find?
His most prized possession. Damn you, Tama. Damn you.
Stop.
I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone.
Treasured it.
All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago.
You know, he loved you, that's gotta be a good thing. Not everyone has an easy time expressing themselves, besides reasons. Ouch, that's cold. Let's go with the nicest option, I think.
Would be if he just told me. I never gave him any reason to be coy. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about.
It's the whale carving, I guess. You opened up and without really knowing you, he rejected you. Did you tell him how you felt? If he didn't believe that, he wouldn't have presented your gift. Don't know why he kept his feelings to himself. Are you sure he didn't try and tell you in other ways? It doesn't quite line up there. If you didn't, I think I'm going with that one. If you didn't believe that, he wouldn't have treasured the gift.
If he really did, he would have told me. I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands.
Look at it in a bit. Why do you think you kept quiet? You can't blame him for keeping his feelings to himself when you did the same. You're vulnerable, get yourself like, oh, yeah, can't blame him for keeping his feelings to himself if you did the same.
Oh, I don't blame him. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was.
Friend, I'm going to go with, I think. 2 or 4 seem like the way to go. What's that? It's just going to give him the opportunity to give some glib and self-deprecating remark, which I'm not going to go for. I can't remember enough about the start of this quest because it was so far back. He mentioned it just after we arrived in Emerald Stair, and that was like a week or more ago now. For me, even in game time, unless I came straight here, still would have been quite a while. Friend?
Coward. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me,
No, you don't need to do this to yourself.
I can't ask him now, can I? I'm sorry. I don't mean to take this out on you.
You should be a bit kinder to yourself, I think.
You wouldn't say that if you knew. Never mind. I haven't talked about this in a while, so thanks for listening. It means a lot. Especially since you seem to have your head on straight. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.
Nothing there. I'm guessing nothing beyond that door. No. I'll probably want to talk back at camp. Which I think... What's that? Strangle... yeah, there's a few bits to do there. Let's kind of see what we can do about running around quickly and clearing this bit of the map. I think there'll be a vast amount to find out here, but...
We've got company.
Right there. Egworth and Roth.
Never had a chance.
Egworth and Roth.
Finish that guy off with a little burst of flame. Bunch of highwaymen. Well, I didn't go the way they were hoping, did it? I did say going into banditry was a bad idea. Catch you later, Amber. Have a good night. Monday, I think, will probably be the next one. If not, the sending videos and stuff, of course. So there's up top there to explore, apparently. And then apparently a loop along the other side. So let's just do a quick head up there and see what I can do, because I want to clear this bit off. See you later. Shit, what are we doing for time then? Not too bad though. Yeah. Pretty bit of light out there. So over here and across the top if I can would be good. Looks like I might be able to, yeah. Clear some of this off. Sure I have been here, but it's going to be up top here, isn't it? Definitely not getting up there. Right, nothing in there to get to, so straight back across that way. Get a little bit more exploring done. I do believe there is a kind of, yeah, a way down the cliffs over here. I thought there was. Over there. Right. Already collected that, I think. See what we can find out this way. Goodies. Nice. Still haven't seen any sign of a treasure map location. It's nothing I can recognise, is it? Anyway. Yes, that's it, but I don't think it is. No. Dead Rangers is not ideal. This place was occupied by living ones not so long ago. Still seems to be. The mates are dead not very far away though, apparently. And there's Echo to deck. Looking pretty epic, to be honest. Other than that, yeah, and then back up, I think. Sort of clear our way up that way. Lots of very fun lighting effects in this game. Especially at night. Some pieces there. Lots of random bits to kind of collect out in the woods, but not a vast amount going on, it wouldn't seem. Yeah. Someone took a cool picture of the moon, made you ask questions about the celestial history. I believe the world used to have 3 moons. One of them fell to Earth and was destroyed in some cataclysmic event. And there are 2 moons left or something. I think that's the gist of it. But other than that, I don't really know. This is the Delmagan Grove. Delmagan, whatever. How? Tree People Grove. Some godless ruins overgrown that tree people took over, and then I ended up getting into a contract to take them out because they were killing people, apparently. One and a half. Huh, interesting. Well, not see much here. I'll have a look if I can get a decent look at some point. Oh, hello. Wolf armor. Found bits of that. What's his name? It's quite cool. The hermit guy had some of this. Light armor, unique, damage reduction, better. Additional damage reduction is much less good. Maximum stamina, essence the same, damage reduction while sprinting, and extra perception. That's cool. Just random bit of armor and a random chest out in the woods, as it does. Still curious where I'm going to go to find the remaining pieces of the War Mage armor set though.
Protect the Envoy.
All 10!
Couldn't have done it better. Not bad for a scholar.
Nope, not too shabby at all. Zap him with lightning and then blow his head off with a gun. Does the job. Yep, I'll have anything what ain't nailed down, wouldn't they now?
Ready? Aim.
Catch you later, Wayne. Have a good night. Off to work. Well, still have a good night, but anyway. Or day, whichever is appropriate. Oh, extra might would definitely be useful. There's extra damage output. Perception, I'm keeping that for when it's useful. Drink a potion, clearing, accumulation. All of these are useful things. That's tough. It's a tough choice to make, for sure. Spangled Ardra, indeed. What the deal here is, but...
Stand back.
Excellent box. Not very exciting, but hey.
Something happened here. The end of an age. For centuries we stood tall. But the winds were violent.
Rappers wear multiple chains all at once.
Day turns to night now. How do we survive when the tempest roils?
Adapt to your problems. If you don't bend, you'll break. What did you do last time? Can't you see the error of your ways? Arrogant enough to think I can give a voice from the head advice. Stay firm. Let your branches snap off. If you fall, they win. Bend not break, I guess.
Our leaves sway in the summer breeze. They fall, they grow again. The seasons change. We change. It soothes us.
Strangled Ardra cleansed. Nice. And I got some awakened Ardra for my trouble. It's always nice. Feeling there's going to be something down here. That went well.
You know, swamps are always more colorful than I imagined.
Why do I get the feeling that's actually something one of the devs said at some point? Feels like a line that came from a dev. I mean, obviously every line did, but you know. The sense that one of them observed this particular phenomenon and commented upon it. How you doing, Jay? You alright? There's the camp. You already climbed up that, didn't I? Some stuff over there I've missed. Ooh, and there we go.
I must have been here for a reason.
Hmm.
Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance?
So good, Jay?
Before? I seem to have forgotten everything.
Gucci? It's me, Giada. Do you know where you are?
Thank you very much. I do appreciate it, Jay. Very kind.
I just came out here with no memory whatsoever.
I've seen him absent-minded before, but never like this.
Where were you when you first came to? You seem to have the residue of an animantic experiment all over you. Do you remember anything like that? Been involved in an experiment at any point? You're now the best friends. Come to think of it, you still owe me some gold. Be careful out here. Never know who might be looking to take advantage of the situation. You seem to have the residue of an experiment.
I have noticed a lot of animancy going on around here, so it's very likely.
Every time we'll bring your memories
I'm
back.
afraid that may be my only option. Thank you so much for your time.
No, it's very much appreciated, Jay. Right, so that was briefer than I was expecting. Right, now we've got that off. Let's loop this way and kind of zigzag my way back down this slightly suspect looking shape. Here we go. I'm not seeing anything particularly exciting up here. Oh dear.
They're coming!
Starting with that one full show.
Worth and rock!
Another soul for the wheel.
dodged me, eh? You fucker, Spectre. Somebody summon James Bond at once. Hey, you dodged me. Ah, he exploded. That was not good. I'm gonna pummel you with my pummeling stick. Anybody left? Nope. I zapped them all. Nice. Last spell was particularly effective. Pretty get up work taking play. It's Eternal Gamer's problem, that one, isn't it? He shouldn't be doing any damage to me. It was one of the things that was changed in the patch yesterday. Electrified enemies sparking do damage to themselves, but not to you anymore. Electrified allies, I should say. Yeah, magic is fun. There's a lot of different options, or a decent range of different options as well for it, so you can kind of mix and match whatever kind of spell setup you might want to go for. Don't recognise this area, considering I've apparently been through it. Ah. Yeah, part of me's kind of missing playing the two-handed sword-wielding build. Not a lot, just a little bit. But it's definitely too late to switch to something that extreme, I think. Actually, it may not be. My big concern would be like armor and upgrading my weapon, but if I wanted to do that, but I'm not going to do it anyway. I'm quite enjoying the magic as well, but both are fun options. It's fairly simple on the whole. You've got a main piece of your armor, and then you've got boots and gloves as well. So, in short, we've got main piece of the armor, which that's actually what my main armor looks like. And I've got yeah, gauntlets. In this case, we want mage's braces, we'll mage's boots on. Change those out for the Arcanist boots. Well, I'm not changing them, I'm transmogging them. That's the whole armor set. And I'm going to, that's, yeah, I like the look of that, which is why I'm making my Gambeson look like that one. And then also you get a left hand ring, a right hand ring, and a, what's the word? Amulet or trinket. I think either case they take up the same slot. And then you get 2 different loadouts for your weapons. It's not particularly overtly complicated. It boils a lot of the details down to the essentials, really, this game. Yeah, like that. Catch you later, Noel. Have a good one. Catch you on Monday. That will be the next stream. If I remember rightly, there will be a whole bunch of stuff out this way. Yeah, there should. Look further this way and then hang a hard left. Make sure I clear out this bit of map by the river.
Unseen, unheard.
Landed my shot.
Not bad, Envoy.
That was not quite what I had in mind. I think I just shot the dead one. We just electrified the water there, which was really the plan, but hey. Thank you very much, Shiata. That was a decent shot. I was going to stay very electrified, isn't he? It's a little unnecessary to just randomly slaughter the local wildlife, but XP or something. The drawbacks of the XP system for advancements.
Show me what you got.
Protect the Envoy.
Ooh, oh dear, that's definitely going to hairy. No, you don't, dickhead. You are definitely not healing this guy. Oh, your death, I grew stronger. I think all your mates are dead as well, so there we go. Massive Buff's angry lizard walking around with melons in his pocket, apparently. As they do. Apparently. Dude just minding his own business. No, it's on a fishing ship and he stuck a spear in his back. Bloody lizards. I misread something and it gave me an idea. Give me a minute, I want to write something down. I may or may not ever use. Here we go. I like this weird journal thing for scribbling ideas and notes in, but it's not exactly time efficient. Right. Now, where was I? There's a little area out here I should just put a big loop on. It's where our sadly departed ranger friend was. And then we'll push on out here and find this campsite. And some animals having an argument.
Looks like the readings are stronger by that tree.
Be honest. Do you think we'll get anything useful from this? The crops are dying. You don't need to be an animancer to know that.
We come this far. We owe it to ourselves to finish it.
Sup, folks?
I don't understand.
Nice clothes.
If we want it to grow, it dies. If we don't want it to, it thrives.
Sadly departed, I think, is it?
Hello. I didn't realize you were listening.
Not getting into too much trouble, I hope.
And Savant Castel, you didn't have to come all the way out here.
Couldn't help myself. Are you surveying soil reactivity? Any interesting data? The workshop sends you here. Don't have much of a green thumb, do you? Soil reactivity.
You're familiar with our field? Maybe you can give us some advice.
Don't waste this time.
It's not a waste of time if we figure out what to do. We're studying these new growths in the edible wildlife. Ideally, we would find essence. That would mean Adyran is to blame.
But all we've done so far is confirm what everyone can see. The vegetation is afflicted, so what?
Isn't this your speciality, Giata? Keep looking for something to turn up. You're the animators here. If you're a staff for resources, there are better ways to help. Giata?
We know the ecosystem is wrong, to put it mildly. What we haven't seen is how the affliction progresses over time.
Goodness, if I had known you'd think so highly of our little project.
I suppose we can give it a week.
We can do better than that. We'll get results.
There we are. Nice little conversation. Yeah, somebody was complaining, or trying to say anyway, the other day that the game didn't have anybody to speak to in it. Bollocks. Bollocks to that. Clearly it does. It has some issues, I'm not going to deny that, and some of them do relate to the dialogue system, but not having anybody to talk to and interact with is absurd. Right, so any sign of some interesting moons? Nope, not from here anyway. So I'll get a nap, go down this way a little bit. Well, actually, I'll leg it over there, do that bit, and then come back this way, I think. Nobody's feeling chatty, that's fine. We get a decent view, yeah, we do kind of get a view of Xion from here.
I heard you were stationed in the Deadfire.
Not by anybody from there, I hope, or it'll be in trouble.
Sure was. I was sent out as soon as I was old enough to leave home.
Is it true what they say?
I'm going to put that on over the Embolic because I'm not taking a lot of accumulation and status effects at the minute.
This woke up a dormant volcano?
That was after my time, but wait. Why do you want to know?
No reason.
Margaret's breath. Please don't start thinking of ways to set off a volcano.
No one is setting off any volcanoes. How would that even work? Oh, I bet I'd be really good at it.
Okay, that was quite amusing. Right. What do I need to stash? Not much. There was something I did need to pull out of here in the form of... That's not listed as being unique. Oh wait, it is unique. It's just not fine quality or above. There we go. I'm sure I accidentally... Yeah, there we go. Some very cool looking armors there. Don't know that I'd want to be picking any of them for my outfit, though. On this character, anyway. Definitely for another one. Lots of unique boots and stuff here. I'm just not getting rid of any of the unique stuff unless I have to, because it just feels wrong. Feels wrong, I tell thee. Right click, S space. Get everything put away. I think I have some more pieces to place here, don't I? Which one?
It's definitely getting fired up now.
Damage against one of our enemies, crit, steal, poison, accumulation, extra constitution and dexterity. Definitely glad to have this one up at the moment, as our companion ability cooldowns faster, fire accumulation for crits, reviving companions, nice, health and essence. Activating companion ability increases your damage. Queen's Burden is intellect and resolve, which is useful to me. And second wind costs Ring of Fire, which gives you a defensive fire effect, which is quite handy. We'll see what I get when I actually complete that. So, I get down here to Lake Lacuna and then back to searching for the root strangled tree, I think. Huh. Love a duck. Nvidia's app started being a pain in the ass again, or stopped working again, rather. Oh, hello. Oh, that was just a little bit mean, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Good shooting, Kai.
Lock him in place and then finish him off. Lake is probably a bit much, but more of a pond really than a lake, isn't it? Get to up around it. I feel like I saw something and then forgot to loot it because I got into a fight. I feel like I did. Oh, hello. And like some of these breakable walls and the chests hiding inside them are a bit weird when you think about it. A cave that's overgrown with vines and has a chest hiding inside it. Weird enough. And then you get lost, like I am right now. Basically stone surface that I can break through to get yeah, there it is. To get at a chest. It's just a bit strange in this kind of a scenario. I mean, this makes a bit more sense, but apart from the random chest shoved in a cave in the woods, but I suppose I'm overthinking it really, aren't I? Well, that's a corpse, that makes slightly more sense. Not much more sense, but a little bit. Right. That way. What's I looking for? Root strangled tree. Why was I looking for it? Bandits are supposed to meet the ranger contact here. So it could be it. Search the tree for evidence. Evidently there's a note. Written in a precise, careful hand, the note seems to set up a meeting in another location. Assuming you find this letter intact and in time, before you go any further, make sure you haven't been followed to this location. Having stalked bandits in this forest before, I know the usual level of care you people take, and I generally find it lacking. Once you're certain you won't follow, come to my camp at the mouth of the river, southwest of Eora, and we'll discuss how you can further help you bring order to the valley. Don't let me regret our accord. Okay. Mouth of the river, southwest of Eora. It's not really the mouth of the river, is it? Either there or there would be the mouth of the river. Maybe arguably here, but anyway. So I'm going to run a little further north, just clear this bit, and then we'll head down there. It's quite pretty out here. You hear interesting, gurgly, snarly noises. There we go, Zarep Scout.
Lead the way. Quick and painless.
Zarep Scout did not see me coming. Another Zarep Scout that did not see me coming. Ambushing people on the road coming over the bridge, I guess. That went reasonably smoothly.
Good fighter.
Right. Well, it's a very speckly looking map, and it's very, very annoying, but anyway. Now, I guess we're gonna, I think, fast travelling here, and then making my way across is probably the play. Yeah, I think that'll be the move. And we're at 11 o'clock already, crikey. I think I might push on a little bit further. Yeah. I might finish this quest and then we'll see how we're doing from there. That'll be the camp then. See, I'd have gone for the cave or something a bit more sheltered, but you know. Because you can't put a tent down there. Ranger Dorso, yeah, I thought it might be you.
Who are you? Wait, you're the Adyran Envoy, no? Honestly, I'm glad you're here. I think this could work out better for both of us.
And you are?
Ranger Etiana Dorso. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I wish it were under different circumstances, but we work with what we're given, It's lucky you came along, Envoy.
Really? Why's that?
I was expecting someone else, but...
Wrong button.
I think this could work out better for both of us.
Who were you expecting?
Just a few friends. Though it seems they were no longer inclined to meet with me after you let their hostage go. Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help.
Well, you were working with the bandits who kidnapped Verano, and I take it you were the one who killed Monato. So yes.
I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever. Skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. It completely closed his ears to reason.
So it better be good then.
Him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good.
And you're working with the bandits who kidnapped Verano?
After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but... I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead.
Yes.
Idiots.
And what exactly were you trying to
I'm
do?
preparing emeralds there for Adyr's arrival, obviously. Your people have already pacified Paradise.
No, they haven't.
Contracts in clean water with promises of safety. I want to be safe. I want all of us to finally be safe.
You're in the
You've got
wrong
a
fucking
hazy
place
picture
then.
at best, Orso. The Envoy was still killed in the street, and Ludwine's idea of pacified is anything but.
And I know what empires do, Envoy. They expand. Your soldiers would have come here sooner or later.
They also collapse,
I'm
so
helping us
there is
avoid
that.
resistance and bloodshed when they do.
And why would you betray your range like this? Because
Xion is
they...
wasting away, Envoy. Animancy isn't helping us anymore, if it ever did. But no one in the city wants to admit it.
So you murder your own?
Our crops rot in the fields, bears turn to beasts and attack on sight. The
It does
very
do that
earth
anyway.
disintegrates beneath our feet.
You blame us for the problems we've been trying to solve. How can you be so short-sighted?
I think it's time we accept help from someone stronger, wealthier, better organized. From Adyr. Then we can turn things around like Paradise has. Maybe then we can be safe.
Paradise hasn't turned stuff
To
around.
escape control, to choose our own path, but no. She wants to throw away everything we built.
But Vidarro, Quilici, Captain Asierno, they're too proud. They won't do what must be done. So I'm doing it myself.
Yeah, their entire way of life gets stamped out if she gets what she wants. Yeah, it might bring order, but at the cost of being part of an empire that may or may not fall one day anyway. And yeah, authoritarianism over liberty, basically. I'm not saying a few rules here and there and a little bit of organisation isn't a bad thing, and you know, it definitely has its place. But having Adyr march in and just stamp over everybody just is not the way to do it. If yeah, to be honest, if people can't get by without that kind of control in their life, then they probably don't deserve to get by anyway. So you killed your friends to prepare a much safer area because you're working with the skill. Were you working with the steel in the cave nearby? Because they're very dead. I want to help prepare. I want to help you prepare for Adyr control. I'm going to spare your life, but I never want to see you again. Draw your weapon traitor. Are you working with the steel in the cave nearby? Because they're very dead.
You killed them all.
Yep.
But they were going to.
They were going to burn your city to the ground.
I betrayed the Rangers. I killed my friends. For nothing?
Now you know how it feels, traitor. Clinging to a dream with both hands, only to feel it slipping from your grasp.
Gods curse you, Envoy.
A bit.
That armor won't hold up.
You need better equipment.
Yeah, so I am. Hey, I was healing. Where are you, backstabbing bitch? Oh, you're over there. Okay. You're gonna hurt me? I'll use your life to heal me. Right in the head.
Who's next? Anyone?
Well, kind of the way it was always going to go. Given what Ludwig's plans were, I don't suppose she knew Ludwig planned to burn the city basically to the ground. But still, when you know, totalitarianism is her goal over a more liberty-based lifestyle, rather hard to be sympathetic to her. So what do we get? A fairly nice looking dagger, actually. That's quite a nice looking dagger. Right then. So, next time we've got Zorips to kill. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to turn in. All of this is turning stuff in, and then there's that, which is the next stage of the main story. So yeah, that's going to be enough to keep us busy, I suspect. Yeah, what's going to be the play? Good deal. Well, I mean, that's the only active quest, and the rest turn in. So I guess go here, hit that, maybe explore my way around down here, and then I suppose I could do the exploring in a maritime movie. Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. Riverbend Party Camp, and then we'll sort of loop around, turn everything in, and make our way back here. I think that's probably going to be the best approach. Right. Just make sure. That's nice. It's an exceptional dagger, but it is just an ordinary dagger. Even if it's a higher tier one, so... Same with the fine bow. Wand. That needs to go in storage. Fine scale arm needs breaking down. That's just a male hauberk. Yeah, we're rolling.
It's getting late. I should...
Nice.
Asleep by now, but as usual, I can't silence my
Oh, I need to
thoughts.
cook. And she wants to talk as well.
When the fighting starts, or if you talk to someone interesting, whichever.
Oh dear, right. Crafting done. I do hate this system. It's a UI for this. It's bloody awful. Nearly there. We're done. Right, what's the other one to talk about?
I can't believe it. Ranger Dorsal, a traitor to Fior Mesiverno.
Somebody
We had to kill her. But at least now she can't hurt anyone else. The damage is contained, more or less.
She was wrong about Fior, about your people. Set an example, that's what matters. What would you have done? Yeah, she was wrong.
I'm glad you think so. Still, it's a shame. Dorso gave up on the dream of Fior Mesiverno. Blamed animancers for the problems we tried to solve. And I hate to see anyone lose hope. That's all for now. Let me know if there's anything else.
Well, just because you're trying to solve a problem doesn't mean you are not causing more problems. or making the problem worse. So it could well be Animancer's fault. It isn't, I'm pretty darn sure. And there's nothing to say for sure that it is at the very least. But, yeah, it doesn't mean that it isn't. It's not certain that it isn't, rather. But, yeah, she's just kind of... Everyone's just like, oh, Animancer's scary. It must be their fault. Let's screw them over.
You were with the Envoy when they died. Did you notice anything strange?
Yeah, he got shot.
Strange how? Besides the part where he came back, I mean.
Disembodied voices, otherworldly visions, anything like that.
Nope. Just lots of blood and lots of shouting.
I'm trying to research near-death experiences. And as usual, I have to do everything myself.
I'm sorry, what madness are we planning now?
Don't worry. Hypothetically, anything I do will be in a lab environment with plenty of supervision.
Just remember to make good with your gods before you do.
Good thinking. I wouldn't want to meet the gods unprepared.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck that up. Anyway. Definitely some ground to cover next time. So chipping away at this one, there's plenty going on in Emeralds there. It's taking a little while to make progress, but we are making it bit by bit. Yeah, enjoying them. Hopefully next time we'll get the last bounty crossed off, get all those quests turned in, and then move on to Giata's the next stage of the quest, the main story quest with Giata, which is back to at Burial Place, Neko to Deck, which should be quite interesting. Check something in a bit. Right. Yep. Cool. Yeah, definitely enjoying it so far. Yeah, plan over the weekend, I think is going to be video sort of tying into the Ghoul update, which is on Tuesday. So, yeah, I feel like this one's been a long old time coming. I do imagine that's somewhat how Bethesda feel every time, because obviously they start being aware of these things way before we do. But yeah, what was it? It's been like 10 months since I first heard about the Ghoul update. Thereabouts. I think it was about that long. I think it was last May. So, yeah, it has been a long old time coming, but it is now here, or very nearly here. So, got a few bits I want to cover on that. They did an AMA thing today that I watched and took notes on, so I'm going to do a video on that probably tomorrow. Won't be a very long one, I don't think, but should be some good bits and pieces there, hopefully. And I've got at least one other video I want to do on Monday as well. So build videos will likely come in after that. Sometime after the update, because obviously the update's on Tuesday, so I'll dive into the patch notes as well for that one. Yeah, lots to do in the next few days, I think. And we'll tackle a build in the latter part of next week, I think. I did want to have kind of a home for my character when they go Ghoul, but I guess we'll do that after the update. So we'll probably stream Avowed on Monday, probably Fallout on Tuesday if all goes well. Depends on video making schedules and the timing of the update and things like that, when the servers come back up and that sort of thing. If that takes a while, I might end up pushing it back to Wednesday, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'll sort of the rest of the week wing it from there, probably. I imagine it'll be mostly Avowed stuff, because yeah, Atomfall is coming up closer and closer. That's not next week, it's the week after, but it's still like, 10 days or so. Unless I am fortunate enough to get a key for Atomfall, which no idea whether or not I will be or not. But unless I am lucky enough to do that, then we'll be diving in the same day as most other people, because I'm not going to do the 3 days early access thing, I don't think. Could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on that. I will double check the sort of pre-release early special editions and stuff. It's like, the deluxe editions got a whole load of stuff. Some of it might be worth having, some of it might not. Depends whether or not it seems like good enough value. I think it might give you access to the DLC, which they did actually announce today, called Wicked Island, I think it's called. What will be the first story DLC for Atomfall. So if that's included, it might be worthwhile, maybe? Maybe? We'll see. I'll have to think about that one between now and then. But, yeah. Play it by ear. Either way, looking forward to that one. And it's roaring up on us, so we'll likely be doubling up with Avowed and Atomfall when that drops. But that'll come out on a Thursday, so likely do Avowed Monday, Tuesday, Fallout on Wednesday, and Atomfall Thursday, Friday, after that kind of all goes on at once, because once again, we're going to line up with a whole bunch of stuff on top of each other, which is the way it goes sometimes. But yeah, that's, I think, where we are at the moment. In the meantime, though, hopefully tomorrow's video won't take me too long to make, and I can actually have a relatively chilled weekend, because, yeah, I'm a bit worn out. I could use one. I imagine you guys could as well. So, thank you for hanging out. I do hope you've enjoyed. It's been good fun. Enjoyed the stream today. Thank you for hanging out. You know where the buttons are if you haven't already. Like, subs, notification bell, social media links in description, and channel memberships down there if you want to support the channel that way as well. I very much appreciate. And yeah, we'll be back at it, as I say. Video tomorrow, videos Monday, Tuesday, pretty much for sure, and streams Monday onward. Should be cool. So, till then, have yourself a good weekend. Look after yourself, stay safe. I'll see you next week. Take care, folks. All right.